morning everyone, and welcome to another video on my channel. So today is another competition day, another very exciting day. We're off to Adelaide Hills Dressage, which is the dressage club I belong to. So today is what they call an unofficial day, so it's only for club members. So there won't be quite so many competitors there today, but it should be a fun day. I think the weather's going to be quite good, and I missed it. But Bella actually came trotting over to me this morning, so that was a bit exciting. I don't know if it'll be the same once I grab the head collar, but that should make for a good day. So there she is in the background with her hood on. So I'm going to do an unveiling. I plaited again yesterday, doing it the day before, so we'll see what they look like today. Okay, the unveiling. She just shook and took half of the... Oh, not too bad. I did bigger sections this time, and they're probably not as tight. Oops, focus. Oh, they're not too bad. Got one dodgy one, but the rest don't look too bad. What about your forelock? How's that looking? Oh, pretty good. Pretty good, my belly. Look at her face. She's not that impressed. I've just started the car to warm the car up, so she knows something's happening. Don't you, Belle? Yeah. Look at that face. We've arrived, safe and sound. So I cleaned her up back at home because of her 2 white socks. I've always got some cleaning to do, but in the float, as per usual, she did a poo, and so now we've got to clean that off. So I'm going to attempt to try it with a wet one. So let's see if this works. I'm not sure how we'll go. I have got some water, but I didn't bring any shampoo. So let's see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Whoop. Probably should have tied her up. So Bella's busy trying to vacuum up old hay. Even though she's got a hay net, she seems to like all the old dodgy hay. Oh, you're gonna have a drink. Oh, she doesn't normally have a drink. Good gal. I bring her own water from home because we've got bore water at home, and it's mixed with a bit of rainwater. So I always make sure I bring her own water because she's a bit fussy with her water. Anyway, I'll attempt to try and clean this white sock, hopefully, but I don't think it's a biggie. We've got a little bit of a poo stain.
Warming up the Adelaide Hills Dressage Club, 12th of November 23.
We're about to enter into the arena for our Prep 1 test. So the judge toots the horn shortly. So I've done a lovely warm-up with Bella. She was a little bit fussy in the mouth and a little bit resisting. So I just did a couple of circles here to try and just settle her down, which she did soften a little bit. There, she's a bit softer. So I felt a bit more prepared to enter the arena.
And here we come. So I was a little bit far off of A, which was a bit silly, and then I had to kind of backtrack to get onto the centre line, but I was determined to get a straight centre line again, like I did last week. So I came in a nice strong trot, pushing her forward, and then at X we dropped down to a walk instead of a halt. So we got a little bit of resistance there, so that's something to work on. But I was trying to keep her moving forward in this walk. So for our entry, we got a 6.5, and the comment was straight entry, wandering at the walk, watch flexion, because on the way up to C, she was flexing towards the left instead of the right. But she walked nicely around that top corner and then up into trot, which was a nice transition. We go a little bit wobbly down the side here. It's supposed to be trotting alongside the whiteboards. So for the track right and the transition, we got a 6.5, and the comment was a little bit above the bit. So at A, we start our 20-metre circle. And as you can see here, the tail's popping out because I really feel like she wanted to do a poo, which is pretty annoying. She was just a little bit uncomfortable in her back, but she kept going, and she was moving quite nicely forward. She had nice rhythm, so I felt that circle was quite good, and we got a 7 for that and no comment. And here we come across the centre line, across the diagonal. So again, I was just trying to really push her forward and get a nice forward trot, which I felt we did quite well, and I felt that it was quite straight. So for our diagonal, we got a 7 for that movement, and coming above the bit towards M. And again, we were a bit above the bit through that section there past C. So here we do another 20-metre circle, and here I was having to give her a tap with the whip because she really didn't want to move forward, and you could see the tail coming up again, so she was a little uncomfortable. Anyway, back to walk. So for that 20-metre circle, we got again a 7, and for the medium walk, we got a 7, and no comment for either of those movements. So here we do a free walk on a long rein, and we got a 7.5, and no comment. But I was quite happy. She does do a fairly good stretch. We got a bit of head shaking there. But she always does do a fairly good stretch, and I was quite happy with her over track there. And obviously the judge was, because she gave us a 7.5, which was very nice. So here we start collecting up the reins again and come in around this corner here and look for the centre line. So again, like last week, I was trying to look for the centre line early, which I did, so that I didn't overshoot the centre line, and we got a nice straight. And this is actually really hard. It's hard to walk up that centre line and keep straight. So we got a 7 for this movement, and we did come a little bit off the centre line towards X. She tends to drift a little bit, and there's me looking to make sure that I'm at X. So I was trying to ride a really accurate test to my markers as best I could, and to get my circles a good size. So for our halt and salute, we also got a 7. The judge didn't write a comment, but I didn't think she was very square. But she stood still, which was lovely. And then she does a lovely free walk on the way out, of course. Okay, collective marks on the back. For the paces, we got a 7, and the comment was nicely forward. So that's good, because that is something we've been working on. Impulsion, we got a 7 with no comment. Submission and willingness to cooperate and harmony, we got a 6.5. And above the bit at times, which she was, and she's underlined there acceptance of the bit. So the bit is an issue, and I do talk about that later on in the vlog. And we did have a bit fitter come out last week, so that has now been hopefully rectified. For my rider position, I got a 7, and fair attempt was the comment. So those last 2 scores on the back do get doubled. So it's always good to get good scores there, because you get double points for them. So here I am, just walking back up to the camera, and thank you, Mum, once again for filming. I really do appreciate Mum coming along and doing the filming for me. I think she does a great job.
huge. Is that good?
Oh, it was all right. It was a bit of an argument,
Oh,
but she did not too bad.
no, wasn't too
A
bad.
bit resisted in places, but
Yeah.
it was all right. It was moving forward.
And your lines were better.
So that didn't go too badly. A little bit resistant in places, but I think I mentioned last time I had a bit fitter come out at the last competition. So I'm waiting. I'm going to have to order it online because none of my saddleries have got it in stock. I've been doing a bit of research. So I think that will help her to be a bit more comfortable in her mouth. Also, as per usual, I'm left side heavy. I think when I get here to the event, I get a bit tense and my left side just gets a bit strong, but anyway, it's work in progress. So I've just brought her in, taken her bridle off so she can have a little drinkies and something to eat. And yeah, I'm about to just pop that back on and do a warm up, try and get a bit more stretch and a bit more acceptance of the bit and a bit more softness. That's what I'm going to work on for the next test. I'm not actually a fan of this next test. I find it's a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't really flow. I've never really got this one, but positive vibes. It'll be good.
And here we are coming up to the judge, presenting to the judge for our prep test number 2. Now, what I had done, and I do talk about this later in the vlog, is lowered the bit in her mouth. And she was a little bit softer and a little bit more comfortable. So I think I've cut the sound out in this one because there was a lot of wind noise, but the judge actually tooted the horn right about now. So I made sure I got some trot in down this long side so that I could just come straight into the arena without circling, because she actually felt much softer. I had a really, really good warm up before this one. And I think doing the second one, I'm probably less tense as well, a bit more relaxed. And yeah, I felt this test went much better myself. So here we go, entering at A, and I got bang on the centre line there, so I was really happy with that. And we trot in and halt at X for this test. So we got a 6.5 for our entry. And the comment was fairly straight and could be more parallel, and I think it's attentive at halt. I think because she looked off to the side. The penciler is a bit scribbly on this test sheet, so bear with me trying to work out what they've written. So here we track to the right, and at H, working trot rising to E. So we got a 7 for this movement, which I was really happy about because, as you all know, as I keep telling everyone, my left rein is our worst rein. So we have to do left rein first in this one. But she did this circle really nicely. I was really happy with this. You can see she's really softening and dropping her head and moving up from behind. So for that circle, we got a 6.5. And it did say watch shape and more correct bend. So again, we need to have a bit more bend. But I felt like each time we do this test, it's getting better and better. And I do need to watch the shape of these 20-metre circles because they're right in the middle of the arena and I feel like I get a bit lost. So then we drop down into walk. So for that transition and the walk around to A, we got a 6. Keep active march in steps, I think it says. So here she did really bring her head up then when I gave the rein. So that's what keeps, yeah, she's really not that happy with that bit. But anyway, here we go, and we collect the reins at E. So that's just a shorter walk across the diagonal there. So collecting up the reins. Now this is where we've often had a problem, and I'm glad Mum was standing where she was because I can really see that here she's much straighter through that section there, and then we're up into trot at H. So for that medium walk, free walk, we got a 7. Good stretch, could show more activity. And for that trot transition, we got a 7.5 and no comment. And normally around that top bit by the car, by the judge, she also gives me the wrong flexion, but she was much better on this on this test. And here I was so happy with this circle. This was really, really good. She was really pushing through from behind and she felt really lovely. So for that circle, we got a 7. The judge did say more correct bend and more impulsion, but I actually thought it was quite good. But anyway, it's her interpretation, isn't it? And here we go, up the centre line, and I'm really happy with this. This was great. She was really pushing forward and we got nice and straight. And a pretty good halt here as well. And we actually, look at that, square halt, and we got an 8. We got an 8. I was so excited. So that was a good test. So the marks on the back, we got a 7 for paces and calm flowing test is what was written for that one. Impulsion, we got a 6.5. Horse could show more desire. Submission, we got a 7. Horse could show more desire to move forward off rider's aids. Rider's position, I got a 7. I think the comment on the side was all one paragraph actually. So could move more forward off rider's aids, fairly straight but more bend to be shown in the circle, and watch size and shape, well done. So that was nice comments. So here we are leaving the arena. So that was our 2 tests. So on the whole, I was very happy. It was a good day, and as usual, she was a perfect angel to take out. She is such a good girl. We had a great day. I always have fun taking Bella out. So that one I think went better. She felt much better. Yes, you did, Belly Boop. You get a treat? You want a treat? Oh, where's the treats? Where's the treats? So that second circle she did was just brilliant. So I just, I said to Mum, I don't care what the score is. I was just so happy, particularly that second circle. So there were still some moments where she's above the bit and she's a bit resistant, but on the whole, she was much softer. And what I realised is, you want more? When I had the bit fitting with the bit that we tried out, the lady actually, Jo, popped the bridle, popped her bridle up a hole, like where the bit goes, and I hadn't put it back down again. So in the straight bar bit, of course, that causes a lot of tongue pressure and pressure on the bars of her mouth. And normally I have that down lower in her mouth so that then when I do give, she gets that bit of relief, and I'd forgotten to put it back down. So for that second test, I'd put it back down, and I think she felt more comfortable in her mouth, so therefore she could soften a little bit more. So I'm so looking forward to getting this new bit. I think that'll make you more comfortable as well, Belly. Hey, so we got the new saddle, and yes, by the way, I went with the Jessica trainer. I went with the second-hand saddle, not the brand new one. And I had the saddle fitted back out a week later after I'd ridden in it for a week, and she just tweaked it up a little bit, and it's going really well. So I'm really happy with it. I feel really good in it, and I think Bella feels much better in it too. But yeah, so once we get this bit sorted as well, we'll be on a winner. But yeah, so I'm happy. All in all, I'm happy with the day. At the moment, I'm in second place. For the first test, we got 69% and the winner got 71.3. So yeah, so we're a little bit behind. So whether we hang on to that second place or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're here having fun. We're out and about. She's just like a unicorn, aren't you, Belly Boop? We were the first ones here. She doesn't care. She's here with no other horses around, just happy as. So you can ask all of that. To be out and about with your bestie and having a good day and enjoying these beautiful grounds and the beautiful weather that we've got today. So I will update you with the score and whether we stay in the placings or not. Stay tuned. So the day is done. We had a great day, so we retained second place.
And we got second place in the prep 2 as well. So in the prep 2, it was the same first place getter. So she got 69.3 and I got 68.6. So I wasn't too far off. Yeah, so it's been a great day all round. Bella's been an angel as usual. Got our 2 red ribbons today. I've already taken her plats out because we're waiting around to get the results of that second one. And you would have already I would have already done a voiceover, so you would already know what scores we got. And yeah, I was very happy. It was she did really, really well. You're a bit stroppy now. So now I've got to get her on the float and head on home. So I'm going to wrap it up there today. So until you tune in again, I hope you stay safe, well, and remember to enjoy the little moments in life. Bye for now.
So in a rain